All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I'm going to talk about today is dating. And this is just my opinion. You may agree or disagree, but when it comes to dating, in my opinion, it's about quality, not quantity. Now, I will say I know a lot of guys out there that love dating. They love going on dating websites or apps. They like going on dates with a lot of different girls, which is fine. If that's what you love to do, God bless you. If you have the money to do it too, wonderful. And I will say, if you do that, I think it's very interesting because the good part of that is you get to meet a lot of different women. I just don't like dudes that kind of mislead women or expect to go on dates and try to manipulate them. They have sex or get them smashed or anything like that. Really aggravates me. But I'm definitely down with men wanting to meet different types of women. I think that part of it's cool. But I think, in my opinion, I talk a lot about becoming friends with girls first and kind of just meeting up with them and learning a little bit about them more than going on dates with a bunch of random different women that I have no idea who the hell they are. Even if I look them up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you may connect with them on a dating website or whatever, and you go on dates with them, and that's how you kind of build your relationship. I'm not really necessarily down with building relationships, I think, through dating women. You don't know. Now, believe me, millions of people do it. Billions. God bless you. It's just not my thing. What I think is best a lot of times is kind of what I said previously, is meeting up with women, hanging out with them in groups, kind of throwing them in the friend zone because they're throwing you in that. I talk about that a lot. But when I do decide to date a woman or go on a date with them, it's not about money. A lot of times too, I think men have been programmed, and I think a lot of women have been programmed that you have to go on some, date where it's got to be it may be an expensive restaurant, or somewhere like that, or it's got to be a movie, dinner and a movie, that type of shit too. I'm first here to tell you, a date is whatever you make it. Don't get programmed to think that dinner and a movie is the way to start learning about someone. Sure, you're going to learn certain things about them, but I talk a lot of times when you go out to dinner and a movie, or just dinner in general, and then whatever, and walk around, a lot of times it's just a lot of it's phony. A lot of men and women behave on their first few dates, a lot of times, not who they are. It's just not who they are, good or bad. I think what's interesting when dating a lot of times is, a lot of times people are they can come off either too nice or kind of too mean because they're nervous or they're anxious. So it kind of goes both ways. It also can come off as kind of an interrogation, I call it. We're really just going on a date with somebody. Again, I talk about it all the time, is just making it fun. Not doing what everybody else is doing. Not doing also what everybody's done in the past, or going to places that, either if you're a man or woman, that you've been to before. It's kind of just, again, back to quality on going on a date. When I first start dating or going somewhere, and here's the other thing I realized too with a lot of people. They want to go to a place to kind of impress somebody, which is wonderful. They may, a certain restaurant that they like to go to, especially with a man. You may know a server there, you may the owners, and it's wonderful, and that's cool. But a lot of times, again, I'm going to say, if you bring someone there, a lot of times the woman's going to know you probably brought other women there. Now, again, not always, but again, I would do something if you're going to start dating somebody that neither one of you has done. I always say also, take them out of their comfort zone, the women. And I don't mean in a bad way, but maybe go 15, 20 miles somewhere and first ask if they've ever been to this place that you might want to take them to. Or ask them, is there a place that they've never been to that they want to go to? Put a little more time and effort into it instead of saying, hey, do you want to go to this chain restaurant here? Or, hey, let's go to this movie theater or whatever that we've all been to a million times, that you may have even dated before with a bunch of different guys. So when you go there, it's bringing back memories of different people. Doing, again, something, too, that both of you can kind of really, truly enjoy. Not one just enjoys it. It could be as simple as going out and maybe doing something where you go to an art class. I know that sounds kind of corny. I don't care if you go rock climbing on your first date. I don't care if the two of you go, if you both love coffee, you go to a coffee shop, you find out she likes cats, and you can go there and kind of hang out with cats. I'm just using different examples. Again, doing something that is different. It's, again, about the quality of the date, making it memorable. If you end up with this person, your first date really is going to have a huge impact. It kind of sets the tone. But I also think a lot of times on first dates, they're boring. You're doing the same shit everybody else, especially with a woman. You take her to the same type of place, same type of dinner. Okay, let's go for steak and lobster. Okay, no, let's go Mexican. No, let's just go Italian. Okay, you go eat, you eat good food, you have good conversation. Then where do we go from here? You may go for dessert or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying it's not good. That is good, right? That could be fun, but how's this one? Why not go take her for your first date if you know she likes to cook or she likes Italian food? You go to a place where they teach you how to create a certain dish or dishes that night where you make your own food. Or you go to a wine, a food tasting type environment. Maybe go to a certain festival where you get to walk around, try different foods. I don't care. I live in Orlando. I don't care if you take her to Disney. She loves Disney and you like Disney, you go do Disney. Or Universal as a first date. A lot of people will be like, why the hell would you do that? I'm like, because it's fun. It's memorable. And if you end up being with this person, you're going to end up doing these type of things anyway. Why not, be in an environment that you both really enjoy? Too. I mean, you just got to think about these things when dating in general. Again, quality, not quantity to me. Because a lot of times men, especially I think, we start dating somebody. You kind of do the same shit. It's just a different restaurant. Week after week, month after month. Like, let's go. You want to meet out to eat? Yeah, let's go eat. Okay, where are we going to go? Okay, we're going to go here. Okay, the next time you meet up. Okay, what are we going to do? Let's meet up for lunch or let's go eat. Okay, we eat, we have conversation, whatever. Do things. Interact with one another. Again, your first date, if you both like fitness, I don't give a shit what it is. She's maybe never taken yoga. You haven't either. Hey, for our first date, you want to go do yoga? Then after that, maybe grab something to eat. And then maybe after that, like, whatever it is. But doing something that's very, unique and fun. Because I've been getting hit up a lot lately with guys saying, Rich, a lot of my dates, they kind of suck. I go out on or whatever. We meet up or whatever. Or sometimes they'll even say it's a first date. So they'll go eat somewhere and then they go inside a bar where they're playing loud music. Now the music's so loud you can't even have a conversation. And here's the thing I'm going to wrap it up with because I don't want these to get too long. Is it's really going to come down to your dating, how you're communicating with one another, verbally. Sex is sex. Put that aside. If you end up in a relationship or with this person, sex is going to be probably not even 5% of what you're going to do with her throughout the day. It's probably 1%. So put that aside. The way you communicate, how you talk to one another, your interests, how you're learning from one another. So the quicker you realize that, the better off you're going to be. You don't want to be in environments where you can't have really interesting conversations to learn about one another. And I'm not talking phony shit where I'm sitting across, the table from a girl and being like, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, that's cool. Really? What's your desires and dreams? Oh, okay, cool. Well, what's your 5-year plan? What do you do? Where are you from? All this stupid shit. No, if you plan on dating, and if you're dating someone, hopefully you're interested in them, and you want to progress into maybe a relationship, really get into the nuts and bolts of that person. Figure out who they are, what makes them tick. What do you have in common? What do you not have in common? What's really going on here? Are we going to, is this worth even going forward? Am I wasting my time and money and effort and energy? Or am I, is this really going well? Really paying attention to those types of things. So, anyways, if you want to know more, you can check me out, masteringselfconfidence.com. I have a program on there I sell for $4.95. We're also building courses separately online to help guys that really maybe not being able to afford the $4.95. Also, kind of just being more structured as far as certain things if you want to learn certain things. And one of them can be dating. Because I think so many men date incorrectly. It's unbelievable. And a lot of them wonder why it doesn't work out or wonder why they get dumped or ghosted. They're just not interesting. Make the date and yourself interesting. I can assure you. Make it where women desire also going places and being with you. If you're just taking her to a standard chain restaurant, not to dig on chain restaurant, but if you're just ordinary and somebody else comes along and asks her out too while she's even maybe not dating you seriously or you're just kind of going out, and then rocks her boat and takes her somewhere fun. I don't care if she takes them on a cruise, not even a cruise, but like a boat ride, and she loves it, or takes her, she likes to water ski and she whatever the hell, or takes them for a day cruise to the Bahamas and back if you live in Florida, or something fun. I don't care if it's whale watching, whatever, and starts doing some really cool things. What do you think she's going to gravitate towards? She's going to gravitate towards the one who's cool and doing things she loves to do. She probably doesn't want to sit in another restaurant she could do with any one of her friends or that every other dude has taken her to. So you got to think about these things. in my opinion. All right, take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.